is actually going on?
What's happening?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what we did. I mean, I had to show up and all situated, but it wasn't 100% ready. Because we had in-studio guests with Drew talking about the Wizard of Oz and everything. Sometimes I get, forced on the guests, which I appreciate Drew and what they're doing here. Didn't necessarily plan for this. It was one of those radio tours, they like to call them. And so
you handled it like a boss. Showbiz, baby.
They're so sweet.
I know, but I want to gear up for this. We only got a few more podcast broadcasts for 2024. It's a big deal. Todd is going to be making his way in here.
The audio is messed up.
Oh, yeah.
Echo.
See? So, okay, now, there we go. Echo is done. And another point of that, I'm a creature of habit. I was doing a lot of shit all morning long as we're gearing up and we're doing the show, and then forced in a guest where I just made everything kind of go back. And I fixed it. The echo was something that would have been already preemptively, handled before it went on, but we just did it all last night.
I didn't know our SCA was our technical difficulties waiting screen. That's amazing. It works.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's pretty much what it was. In fact, actually, I wanted to do like a countdown. I had a pre-recorded bit of today's show open, and it's a couple other segments that we did this morning that were very good, and I was excited about that. But either way, and then, so Todd, I don't sound like shit anymore, which is good, and the show is going on. We got a lot of stuff to get to. In fact, I'll start off with showing a bulge.
Ooh,
yeah.
You're going here. First thing. I'm excited.
Should I wait?
No,
okay.
I've been waiting.
This is not great. All right, so yesterday I went to Renewed Energy Clinic, Renewed Medical Clinic. And it's going to be part of an endorsement. So what Renewed provides is all different types of health hacks, if you will. Like for me, I was like, okay, maybe I'll go in. I'm a little lethargic. I want more energy. I'm 45 years old. I'd love to have more energy, lose weight, boost my metabolism. They offer all different types of services from, more hair, and I don't know if it's hair transplants, probably not. Supplements to grow more hair, even to girthier penis. Now, I did not even talk about that, and I'm surprised it wasn't suggested, because what happened was I went for a consultation yesterday, and I wasn't necessarily prepared for what I had to do. What are you texting? What is going on?
I'm texting Mac.
Oh.
Ooh.
All right, so, with that, I had to go through this consultation, and so... I thought I was just going to sit down and talk about what I was going to want. But, of course, it's kind of like it's a doctor's office. So what they did was they had me first step on a digital scale that measures my
BMI?
My BMI, my body mass index, and see how much fat I have. And it was the first time I stepped on a scale in a while, to be honest with you. And I'm kind of mad at the people who've been complimenting me recently in the past couple months, because even when I saw my friends Danny and Gabbo, whatever the case, they're always saying, oh, you're looking good, you're losing weight. And so in my mind, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm losing weight. I can have this double cheeseburger, right? So I get on the scale for the first time, and I was, much to my surprise, I'm not losing weight, Mari.
No?
Not even close.
You do look good, though.
I guess I carry it well, but I'm 220. And, like at my peak slimness, I was down to like 195. I was around 195 when I got into my last relationship. I got back up to 215 when I lost that relationship. That 15 pounds was the difference of me being single or not, right? So then I'm at 220 now comfortably. 220 is not a weight that you should be at. Even though I did get stats and facts about my percentage. Now, fair warning. Right after that, then they put me on a scale, and with that scale, after they put me on the scale, they put me on a scanner. So I stand on the scanner 2 feet, and it spins around, and it gives you kind of like a body. And here's what it looked like here, just the outline of my body first and foremost. And so 10's 215 and 5'11". I'm an inch shorter, and I'm 5 pounds heavier. So I understand, like, I do have good stats, but here's my body on the outline with bulge, okay? So just the green outline, okay? Now, something's going on with my head here, where I'm like, I'm less concerned by my love handles and more concerned by my fucking misshapen head. I was like, what happened here, man? What am I going to do here? So And thank you for saying this, Ashley, but I don't know if you're going to say that after I go up to the 3D imaging of my bulge. Now, I should have been fluffing this entire time. I'm a fool for not fluffing, yes.
Just look at it. A great idea. If you want to put this on social media, have it like a coloring book. Tell them to give it to their kids and make like a scary creature out of it. See what they come up with. Have them submit it to your email. It's like drawing a scary creature.
Yes.
Oogie boogie.
Yeah, and 15 pounds does make a difference, right? So, now statistically speaking, it did say that I am in the
10th.
Yeah, so I have lower body fat than 90% of my peers. So I have lower body fat than 90% of my peers at my age, but in America, of course, statistically speaking. So that's kind of good news. But at the same time, my health risks, what it says is it's 53% higher than ideal. All right, so that's what this is right here.
Oh, wow.
As you
Look at
see that.
3D.
Yeah, so now here you go. You kind of see the little bulge and stuff, like one ball bigger than the other, and everything kind of just shrunk up right there. It's like a reindeer nose. I wish right now, for whatever reason, I usually have this mouse. See this mouse right here? This arrow? I can't do that right here. I wanted to cover it up. It won't even let me do that. Like, God damn you.
You look like the bad guys from Power Rangers.
Do I look like the bad guy at Power Rangers? This ain't great. So this is the closest thing to a dick pic you're going to get on this stream, but they're showing my moves and line. They're like, look at you. You got like a second chin growing here, and it gives you all the measurements right here. Again, this is not an accurate representation. It was definitely cold in there, and I was not fluffing beforehand. And honestly, if I would have known it would have been so detailed, I would at least stretched it out or positioned it as such to hide it in my bulge like I would do with TSA.
Mm-hmm.
I know you walk through the TSA agents, you get that scan, and you're like, these are strangers. You're never going to see them again. Doesn't matter. It matters to me. So I'm like in the bathroom, a little pep talk and prepping away before I go through those scanners, just so when it goes into the national database, I'm not in the top percentage of anything.
Of course.
Shameful.
Right.
Right? I want to be in the middle or at least, outside of the safety range.
Right.
So,
Makes total sense.
yeah. So that was my penis. And, and yeah, so I'm going to learn. So hold on, get on here. Rockwell 2.1 KFMA. We, on the podcast broadcast, just showed you basically a scan of my naked body as I went for a consultation for Renewed Medical Spa. But, what they told me was pretty impressive of what, we are looking forward to doing in 2025. New beef, who dis kind of thing. Yeah. So apparently, I have a body weight that puts me in, again, the percentage is good. I have a lower body fat percentage than 90% of my peers, but that just means 90% of you out there are fat AF. All right. So there's no way I should be in the top 10%. If this is the body of America, the top 10% of Americans, this is not a good look for us. Right. Like, if anything, I thought I'd maybe be in the 50 percentile range, right? But this is what I'm learning about my health and then what they could potentially do to melt away the moves and the love handles that I've accumulated and had on my body, honestly, my entire adult life. And even adolescent. I was always the kid with love handles. When I played Pop Warner, I was on the front line. I'm an offensive lineman. I'm a defensive lineman. What I'm not is a running back or a wide receiver or even a linebacker. They're like, fatty, you're up front.
You're the brick wall. Get in there.
Yeah, I played center, right? So that's usually where they put the fattest kid.
Oh.
Yes, they're like, because he's right there in the middle and is pretty much the beginning of the brick wall. So to be 45 and be in the top 10% of bodies, I feel bad for middle-aged women out there. Be like, sorry, this is top 10%. This is the best you can get.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's all downhill from there. But yeah,
if you're going up against a different team, all I got to do is hold up that scan to the opposing team and just scare them.
Yeah.
Like, this is coming for you.
That's right. Yeah, I even got measurements on my muscles and everything. I want you to go do the same thing.
I'm tempted to.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, just so I could see the outline scan of your junk because unfortunately.
You pay them off ahead of time. Like, just make it smaller.
Yeah. Photoshop
I know
a
you
little
got the
bit.
power. Just
Yeah.
shrink it. I know. I saw the button.
Give it a little button nose. It does look like a button, but I was wearing underwear. It's not like I was naked here, so that's not what my junk looks like in real life. It's covered in
It was
smuggled.
cold. It was covered.
It was cold. It was smuggled. It was held in tight.
Right.
It was in defensive mode. So, like, say there was
Scared turtle mode.
Yeah, scared turtle mode to protect your body. That's your body protecting yourself from the outside elements to make sure it doesn't get chopped off or lopped off in battles.
You're
So,
welcome, everybody.
Yeah,
That's
like,
why we're here.
Look, you don't see this in UFC fights because they're wearing shorts, but if they fought naked, they would all look exactly like I look in my scan, minus the fat, because it goes into fight or flight mode.
Of course.
Of course, Beef.
Yes, so it's in flight mode, and that's where I was in. But shout out to Renew Medical Spa for making their room temperature in there like Tucson
meat
cold
locker.
plunge.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
It was -3 degrees in there, Rico. You could see your breath, and that's the only reason why. It's the worst representation of a 3D scanned penis that you've ever seen on the internet.
Even the PV had fog coming out of it.
Yeah, it breathed steam. So we'll continue to break that down here on the podcast broadcast. We got more coming up after new music from Linkin Park. Here's Heavy as the Crown on Rock on 2x1 KFMA. So
Radio talk, my favorite thing is pee-pee.
yeah, I know.
Just going to pee-pee.
I know. So fuck facial recognition. They got peen recognition. I don't want to be
I still
picked
love
out
that
by peen lineup.
Juggalo is the anti-facial recognition anti-revolutionary technology. The Juggalo makeup, remember that thing? They said if you wear Juggalo makeup, the cameras can't recognize your face.
Oh, yes.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're ahead of us, man.
Yeah, so 10, you're asking a question. So a quarterback was touching your beef. Don't know what that means.
Ooh.
And, I did not think, it was a situation where, it's like female employees in there and the girth of your penis thing never came up. Because I talked about, honestly, she's like, what do you look for? Well, I'm like, okay, well, I'd like more energy, right? So I'm not feeling like drained during the day. I'd like to sleep better. And I'd like to lose some more weight. And then she showed me how like all my fat was like kind of like wrapped around my organs and
visceral
why this
fat.
is danger. Yeah, visceral fat. So she's like, you got fat underneath your fat. So a lot of people got fat where it's just like on the outside, you could squeeze it and be like, that's cool. But you got generational fat, bitch. You're like, you got fat within your organs. You got fat underneath your muscle. And I'm like, damn, fat's everywhere.
Take it easy, lady.
Yeah. She was
Damn.
calling me fat internally. And
Internal fat.
That's a harsh burn,
It
bro. Because a lot of people get called fat based off their external appearance.
You're fat on the inside.
You're fat on the inside.
Oh,
Yeah.
burn.
Ugly cry.
I know. And I'll tell you what, hearing those words out of her mouth, as delicate as it may have sounded acoustically, did not make my penis girthier by any means.
No stretch.
If anything, I'm like, please don't do another scan right now because all it's doing is shrinking the shame.
Look like a Ken doll.
It's hiding inside my internal fat.
That happens?
No, I don't know, Mari. I just
Google
know that.
it.
Yeah, it's
Do penises go inside?
yes. Penises go inside. For every 25 pounds that you lose, you gain a half-inch penis. That's a fact.
Really?
Yes. So a lot of fat guys out there think they have small penises just by length, but the reality is it's just because it's hidden in there.
My
but-
favorite episode of Mythbusters, by the way.
Yes, it's
A great one.
fantastic.
It's
Yes.
a great one.
Wait, is that real?
Jamie.
Yeah, I'll show you later.
He's joking about that, but it is a real stat and fact. I'll pull it up here on Google.
Season 3, episode 7.
Yeah, no,
Like,
Mythbusters did not
really?
do that. No, see, you're so lovable, but unfortunately, that is not a fact that Mythbusters did it, but it is a fact. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Mari's learning everything this
I
morning.
am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as we gear up. And yeah, we'll talk about that. But yeah, so now the whole point is to lose 50 pounds. Okay, so even though I'm in the top 10% of Adonis bodies in America for my age.
You are.
Why?
Just, what if they said zip code? You're like, the entire world.
Yeah.
Ah.
I wonder if it was just a Tucson percentage.
Right,
That'd be
right.
great. Yeah. Yeah, like just in this region here. On the east side, you're top 3%. In Oro Valley, you're top 20%.
Right.
You know, they got a
In
lot of
this
gym
barren
memberships up
Sonoran
there.
desert zone,
Yeah.
you win.
But yeah, so even though I am in the top 10%, according to this study and stuff, the goal for a renewed medical spa is for me to lose 50 pounds in 2025. Will I be able to do it? With their resources, you know, she believes that she could change me, turn me into the man that I never knew I could be.
I believe it.
You believe it.
You can do it.
I can't do it. They can do it. They can do it to me. Then that's game
They
on.
got that Steve Rogers, juice to pump in there.
Well, that's the
Steve
thing.
Rogers?
So
Captain America.
So we talked about like, hey, you know, she's like, hey, do you have issues with getting an erection? I'm like, no, actually, but that's because my friends at Blue Chew. Blue Chew.
You just chuckle at her. You're like,
Yeah, no, she's like, what's
No.
that? And I was like, no, I got these daily multivitamins. They're fantastic. I did an endorsement with them, and the multivitamins, you just take them every day. They taste like candy, and yeah,
Code
I've
word
been-
beef, by
yeah,
the way.
Yeah, and it's been fantastic. It's a game changer. So, and she's like, oh, okay, that's interesting. She's like, have you ever taken testosterone? And I'm like, actually, yeah, I was low dosing myself from testosterone that I would buy in Nogales. Nobody told me to do this. This is something I felt like I should do.
The guy with the cart and donkey told me it was going to work, so I took his word for
Yeah,
it.
so I told her I was taking these 50 milligram testosterone gel packets, and I would split them into two, and you know I would take one over 2 days. And I was thinking, as the expert she is, she'd be like, no, you shouldn't have done that. But she was like, I'm impressed. All right.
why?
She's like, well, I'm gonna give you more, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I wasn't doing enough. Fair enough, dude. Yeah, load me up with the tea. I want to go through puberty. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for it.
Yep. About
Is that
time,
what
dude.
happens?
Yeah, I think you can kind of kickstart puberty all over again. You know, so
Fascinating.
His voice is going to crack next week.
my voice cracked last night at the Roadrunners game, so I'm
Is that
technically
why?
going through it. Huh?
Is that why?
No, it's because I said it wrong. But yeah, your blonde definitely is showing this morning. Good comments on the stream. It's amazing. Yeah, but so yeah, through a process, she's gonna put together things after I do some blood work, and then then maybe then we'll start seeing a change in development and stuff, which I'm very excited about. And then from there, after. You know, we go through all this, and if I lose 50 pounds, and if I lose 50 pounds, technically I gain an inch on my peen because for every 25 pounds, that's a half inch. That's a fact. For every 25 pounds overweight, it takes away from a half inch of your peen visibly. Now, you're still in there, but you have to, fat guys know this. You got to push it down to show the full strength.
Oh.
Like,
You have to emphasize that, too. You're like, just the visible factor, not
Yes.
like you have like some kind of weird hormone that gets activated. Like,
yeah.
grown inch.
Pinocchio?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are facts.
Yes.
These are facts. So yeah, with that, and then if I lose the 50 pounds, and then I look at the extra inch, and if I'm happy with that, we're good to go. If not, I could say, hey, add some girth to this beast.
Come on.
I'm not done here.
Yeah, so we'll see. But 2025 promises to be exciting times.
Yes.
Follow me in my journey at Beef Vegan. Like all the fat pictures now because they won't last for long. Fingers crossed. All right, we're keeping the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Be back with more Beef Vegan Presents right after this. It's Rock 1 2.1. Clear. And Dave said something here that I got to address.
There you do.
Maybe Beef King will grow an actual beard.
Oh.
Shots fired, Dave. First off, I got a sick-ass beard, a dope-ass beard. People appreciate my beard. I groomed the beard.
I like your beard face.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know how to accentuate it.
Look who's my beard is better than some's in this room. I'm not gonna say anybody, but
I'm completely sincere with, or what is it?
Beard envy.
No.
Oh.
I'm confident with my creepy Frenchman look.
Yeah, no, I know.
Thank you.
In fact, actually, I mean, Rico has the third best beard in his studio here. Because Mari, if she decided to grow it out, would probably outdo you. But
I
Mari, the
haven't shaved
bearded
my
lady.
face in a while, and I should.
so yeah, it's like we should do a before and after. Before and after peen pick.
No.
I'm down.
You're down. We can do that now. I'll post my pic and your pic
we have to,
next
like,
and
dress
then,
them
like
up.
this is before and after.
But it's got to be Christmas photos. Got to put little top hats on them and canes and scarves and things.
Googly eyes.
I imagine.
Like Scrooge.
Was it racist that I assumed you put a sombrero on yours?
No.
Okay, good.
That's fine.
Whew, because I was thinking it. I was like,
Órale.
And your balls could be little Mexican jumping
Maracas.
jeans.
Little maracas.
Oh.
Paint maracas on there.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Get creative, see?
yeah, that's fantastic. I love it. All right. Earlier this morning, we paid tribute to Anna Orsini. And Dan Marie's actually gave a heartfelt tribute. Dan and Anna Orsini were close, and yesterday it was announced that she passed away at only 27 years old.
Oh, yes.
So we had to pay tribute to Anna, I'm going to say her name correctly, Anna. I've met Anna a couple times. She was fun to hang out with. And this was how we did our show open today, in case you missed it. Check it out.
Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Tuesday, November 17th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. Only a few more shows left in the year. We got a lot going on here. I got a major concert announcement coming up here in the 7 o'clock hour with tickets to give away before they go on sale. And it's a hard rocking band, okay? It's a legendary band.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to be in Tucson.
Hanson.
Why you
Did I
got to
ruin
ruin
it?
it? Yeah, God damn
Oh,
it.
man.
I said hard rocking and you immediately let the cat out of the bag.
Dang it.
Yes, dude.
Oh,
Taylor
man.
Hanson is going to be at the Rialto Theater just
Finally.
headbanging. I know.
Yes.
I know. That was the first first chick I had a crush on back in the day where I was like, oh, whoa. Had to
Hey, me
ask a bunch of
too.
questions. Yeah. Taylor was a good-looking young person.
I'm joking, guys.
All right. Well, let's get serious business. It's not Hanson. And at 7 o'clock, I'll tell you who it is, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to win the tickets. A lot of you out there are going to be stoked about it. Plus, it's a show that's in our very own backyard. So whenever we get like a marquee name in Tucson, that's a moment to celebrate. So 7 o'clock for that. We still have tickets to give away for the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl. We'll be doing that a little bit later this hour with Justin Spears. All you have to do is beat him in a game. We'll have Mari in the studio today. Rico's 5-star review. Todd Marlie's going to be in because it's, end of the year festivities. Lots of stuff to get to. But before we get to the fun and games, I do have serious news that I will share with you real quick because it is part of kind of like the Arizona Lotus family. Anna Orsini passed away last week. Now, I knew about this information on Friday, and I've been waiting for a public statement from KOLD and the family for everyone to get on board. It's a very sad and tragic passing. It's unexpected, of course. Anna was a young woman, a beautiful woman, very fun to be around. I met her a couple times through mutual friends, and she was only 27 years old. Mm-hmm. And, as far as the details and everything, it's, if they talk about it, they talk about it. This is not the source, that I'm going to retell anything that I hear, right? It was one of those things that just, you never know. It's just completely unexpected. It's life in a way. So if anything, you want to take every moment just to appreciate the moment that you're in because nothing is guaranteed tomorrow, right? Now, of course, this has really affected our KOLD family. We're not going to be doing the news. They're not recording the news this today, and I don't suspect them to record the news all this week because this personally affected them so much so that, they dealt with this information over the weekend. They processed it yesterday. They made the announcement both in the morning and in the evening. In fact, actually, our buddy Dan Marie's made the announcement on the evening news, and he got choked up, dude. This is Dan just telling the information about Anna passing away. And Anna and Dan were super close. They were good friends. They liked hanging out with each other. So this hit Dan really hard, and you could feel his pain. Listen to this.
And morning co-anchor Anna Orsini passed away unexpectedly late last week. Anna had been here at 13 News since June of 2023. And we're all devastated by this sudden loss. We especially extend our deepest and most heartfelt sympathies to her family. We had the opportunity to work with her every day, and we want you to know that what you saw on TV was who she was, even when the cameras were off. Goodbye, Anna.
You know, it's just heartbreaking, right? And again, just like a woman who is healthy, fit, and everything, and got sick, and then no more. So, obviously, our thoughts and condolences go to the family of Anna Orsini and all her friends who are negatively impacted. Obviously, and just it's just a tragic loss. So it's sad, and it's a tough burden to share this information with our audience. But again, Anna was part of this, this family, this media family that is in Tucson. Mm-hmm. And, it's tragic, it's unexpected, and it's a gut punch for all who knew her well. So, she will be missed, and just wanted to be able to shine a light on the life and legacy of Anna Orsini.
Absolutely.
So with that said, we'll get the show moving. All right, so there you go. Yeah, it was somber open, and I realized that. But Dan Mars is a friend of mine as well. Anna was friends with many of my friends here, and I met her a couple times at the Roadrunners games and stuff like that. It's beautiful, and it's one of those shocking things. What's not shocking is I just got a text message or a DM from TMZ Tucson.
Oh.
Okay. This is what he wrote. Yeah, and TMZ Tucson is anonymous, by the way. Bro, are you still cool with Frank? Hard no on that. All right. Is he okay? This is the second time I've heard him go like 10 minutes straight bullying and belittling someone on air. Not the same Frank I met years ago, in my opinion. And I'm like, well, first off, what the fuck you doing listening to Frank? Or...
He's doing his homework.
Okay. TMZ Tucson needs who represents TMZ Tucson harder than us?
But how are we going to get the tea if he's not going to the tea maker?
Aha.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so I wrote back. I said, I am not, actually. That's the reason why I have my own show. And I go, who is he bullying, right?
Yes.
Just to know. And he said he was getting into it with Christine about her weight. And I was like, oh,
what?
Isn't that the pot calling the kettle black? See, the difference between me and Frank, but there's many differences, right?
Oh, God.
With the exception of the bulge, I think that's pretty similar. Is that I'll belittle myself about my weight here for 10 minutes straight and never body shame anyone like Rico and his bitch tits. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. These bitch-ass tits.
I mean, Am I body shaming him? What's the
Let him finish his rant.
Okay, maybe do I body shame Valdez? Is that the thing? Not for 10 minutes straight.
No.
How many guys does he call fatty on this show?
Well, no. Valdez calls himself fatty. That's the nickname he gave himself, and I only branded it for him, and when reposting videos for him.
Correct.
So the fatty's favorite thing, you know me.
I feel like De Niro in Goodfellas. Like, I don't know, you're a little mean sometimes.
Okay, sometimes,
Sometimes, but not Frank level.
Yeah.
Watered down.
Yeah, and my intentions are for the sake of comedy, and then if I cross the line inadvertently, that means I failed at my intentions, and I apologize, right? You
do.
Yeah. But again, I am a fan of alliteration, and I think the fatty's favorite thing. I didn't argue Valdez when he pitched that. I was like, actually, that sounds pretty good. Mm-hmm. Fatty's favorite 5, 3 Fs, right? Anyways, they said they were talking about Jelly Roll, and somehow it became some sort of therapy session where he wouldn't let Christine talk. It was really disappointing. I've heard it a few times, but I hardly listened to the show. I heard him fight with her like she's his wife. One time I remember they got into it pretty good, and then they went on a radio break for like 30 minutes. Yeah, I don't miss that. I don't miss that at all. I mean, such a yes, sometimes I could be annoying. Sometimes I could be a little offensive and stuff, but like the energy that I would have leaving that studio sometimes was so toxic and so defeating that there were some of the lowest points of my life, dude. I hated it. So not a surprise. Not a surprise I'm getting the message, and I'm like, fuck yeah, keep it up, bud. Keep it up.
This is what, okay, I'm looking at it reminding me right now, not only of Festivus, how it's like that whole tradition about just getting your, grudges out
Yeah.
during that, but there is that Peruvian Fight Club festival, disputes before the new year, where they actually have like fighting between people who hate each other in the village. Type in, go to YouTube. I don't know if you want to share this. It's pretty funny.
That's pretty
Well,
brilliant.
send me the link real quick.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll pop that up. But honestly, for our holiday party, yeah, that would be fitting. And I think some people
my
would need
God.
to do that because there is going to be an underlying. We have our Christmas party tonight. There will be an underlying tension of people in the room that don't like each other.
Right.
Right.
Table segregation and just darting eye contact.
Yeah.
Really?
And honestly, there's 4 people on my list of people that I just will avoid because I don't like, and that's crazy because they are the only 4 on my list of people I don't like. I guess if I go back years, I could add a couple more names to that list, but they're out of my life, so I don't, pay no mind. It is very interesting, though, and I hope that none of them show up, but I know that at least some of them will.
Oh, I love the Christmas parties.
Yeah,
much
it's
stuff.
entertainment.
Yeah, well, at least we'll have the cool kids table, right?
Oh, we will.
Yeah.
Well, we vaping the whole time.
All right, 10 seconds. You sent that to me, though?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what's the
Two
setup
links.
here?
It's this tradition in Peru. I don't know how to pronounce it, Takanukui, but it's essentially a fight club tradition where it's like a village. I don't think they have police doing policing, basically. So the village has to take it into their own sort of realm of getting angst out before it boils up too much.
Yeah, so we're live here on Rock 102.1. What Rico is explaining here is a holiday tradition. Now, we went through many holiday traditions, traditions that were kind of like over as Americans. In Peru, they have a tradition where if you accumulated beef throughout the year, if you started not liking someone throughout the year, the holidays are the time to put your money where your mouth is and settle it like men in the sand. It's like Peruvian Fight Club Christmas edition, right? So I don't think they celebrate, Christmas, Santa Claus and all that stuff. But you said that basically these people end up hating each other by the end of the year, and the only way to settle this score is to fight in front of the entire village.
Yeah.
Ooh, and there's a
And
ref.
then hug afterwards.
Oh, they hug.
Yeah, they hug afterwards.
Oh, I love that.
Honestly, you get into a fight that is a bonding experience
Yeah.
with
It
whoever you
is?
fight, even though you hate. And
Become friends afterwards.
Yeah, and so, I've had friendships that started off with fist fights. Like my buddy Danny, who we talked to, like when I met him, we fought at the mall, and we both got detained together, and we hated each other. And after that, he became my best friend.
Wow.
So it was after we both punched each other in the face. So this is not something that's completely unheard of. Pretty badass, if you ask me.
Yeah, instead of letting like emotions like boil up and seethe, and you're just constantly angry at somebody until you do something very stupid.
Yeah.
It's just like, let's just go to fisticuffs, man.
Yeah.
Let's get it out and then just like walk away from it.
Look, I know our Christmas party tonight, we have games all planned, and casino games. But we should at least suggest for next year's consideration a little
Do
fight
Fight
club.
Club?
Yeah. It's like, can we do a fight club before we do the raffle?
Watch Larry be so into it. He's like, I'm ready. Let's take off the shirt.
Let's
go.
That'd be
He's
great.
like, whoa.
Max just like
I'll take on anybody.
choking out people.
Oh, I see it.
I would love it, dude. Yes, and they're saying, David's saying, beef versus Frank for charity.
For charity.
Yes. The charity is me just like letting up a little bit to let him live. That's the only charity I'm giving. Ooh. That dude's never been in a fight in his life, dude. Never got punched once,
I
right?
love this. Here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll stop talking about it. It is the holidays after all.
Yeah,
Let's
it
keep
is.
the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Todd Marlie is going to be joining us in studio as well for a special surprise. You can join us youtube.com/prevegan or keep it right here in Rock 102.1. Sorry, I bring up old shit.
That guy pees while he sits down. I bet.
He does. He
Definitely
does.
pees when he
I'm
sits
sorry.
down.
I'm sorry I brought it up. There we go. Todd is in the lobby. I got the message from Drum, meaning Todd got denied. Hold on.
Come on. Bro.
He said, traffic is, oh no, he goes, she didn't even remember me. Cold, I'm here, but trapped. No gift for
Tell him
her.
to FaceTime so we can like look at her through the window and be like, thumbs up.
Yeah, Mari, no, I'm sorry. Does Drum even know you? Rico, can you go grab Todd? And earlier this morning,
Can I give Drum a little stare and be like the eye contact?
please,
like-
Please do.
Really?
Earlier this morning, Rico did a 5-star review. He did one on Target for the holiday season. It was fantastic. And while he's grabbing Todd, because Drum is a security guard here.
She is. Takes her job seriously.
Yeah, she does.
She
absolutely.
sounds so good on the radio, too.
She does. She does a great job on the radio. All right. Well, anyways, here's Rico's 5-star review. Check it out. When I say we, Rico has done, and I've listened to, at least over 40, probably close to 50 5-star reviews just on this year.
Oof.
It's a returning segment that everybody loves, and Rico has fastly become one of the top-rated Google reviewers in all of Arizona, not just the old Pueblo.
The world beef.
Yeah, in fact, actually, I mean, it's insane that you keep coming across places that you love so much that you want to give them a 5-star review.
It's funny you mentioned it. I'm kind of running out of Tucson. I might have to expand out here.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe more.
We're running out of businesses
Casa Grande.
altogether. Let's end this one with a bang because it is the holiday season. So a lot of people are going to Target, or as like the poor people who want to sound fancy say it, La Target.
La Target.
So you went to Target recently, huh?
Yeah, so
Tell me all about the experience.
we're heading into the period of December where if you haven't been smart about your holiday gifting strategy for family and loved ones already, it's time to start panicking and getting into gear for some Plan B purchasing prowess. You sat back in your pajama pants, put on the One Ring, and let Sauron whisper greedy, capitalistic sweet nothings into your ear during those Black Friday and Cyber Monday deals, didn't you?
Buy more.
You've worked hard all year. You deserve to gift yourself a little something or a big few somethings for all the blood, sweat, and tears. Here, buy a gaming chair that used to be $4,000 and now it's only $3,390.
What a deal.
Oh, you should probably buy that Roomba with an add-on taser. Or how about that anime waifu body pillow? Throw in a Chefman indoor pizza oven or a Fitbit Charge 6 that you'll use once. And now here you are surrounded by material possessions, $14 in your bank account and a nice big bag of crypto meme coins like Fartcoin that'll definitely moon soon and is your only hope since you got rug pulled by that Hawk Tua girl. A sad shell of a person that just realized, oh no, I totally forgot the holidays are about spreading cheer to other people I love too and not just about dry humping anime pillows and eating undercooked pizza. Then it dawns on you. You only have 1 week left until gifts are due, and your shallow sense of worth and public image is depending on boxes of imported goods and wrapping paper being handed to people who absolutely will judge you. What to do? You realize your Costco card expired in July, and maybe for the best because you can't spiritually handle the cart warfare and cutthroat mayhem that is happening there this week. The 99-cent store, Dollar Trees, will be just as cutthroat, but in more of a literal sense. So you're left with one reliable shining city on a hill, the one that's always been for us through thick and thin. The middle ground between fancy boxed wine housewife and ragged pauper with an half-empty Old English 40-ounce bottle. Between La Encantada and 3 a.m. Walmart. All reliable. The big red circle in dot. Target.
Oh, yes.
So with no exact list or plan in hand, I just got in my truck and drove 80 miles per hour to the closest one. When I got to the parking lot, it was fuller than usual, as expected, and I had a situation where one parking spot was opening up due to the close to the entrance. An older lady in a Volkswagen Passat facing me acted like she had claim already, but my synapses and quick reflex muscles were far superior, and I was able to scoop in as soon as there was a millimeter of availability. She gave me the stank face, but I just mouthed, "Sorry, not sorry, boomer. At least you still have your late husband's pension," and then power walked inside the store. The holiday hustle and bustle was afoot, and I grabbed one of the big red plastic carts with the messed up wheel and began squeaking down the aisles. I knew the one thing that used to make Target the ultimate experience was the icy and popcorn combo.
Oh, yes.
It gave meandering around like a zombie some purpose. You would get brain freeze and your shirt would be littered with popcorn crumbs, and as the poison coursed through your veins, you would be more likely to make impulse purchases.
Is that what they did, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They got rid of those because, quote-unquote, health consciousness. And now we're left with nothing but a Starbucks inside, which means overpriced caffeine and jitters with nervous anxiety instead of sugarized, icy cool apathy.
Oh, yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
The old ways are dead. I spent a good 55 minutes trying not to run over screaming children and making accidental, awkward eye contact with hot moms and wine ants. Then I was stuck picking up and being indecisive with hot sauce box sets, Sonic the Hedgehog Legos, the Taylor Swift Eras Tour book, air fryers, hydro flasks, electric toothbrushes, and fancy candles. I gave up. I found myself face to face with the wall of gift certificates and decided to go the easy route. On Christmas, I'm going to have a cigar in my mouth as I kick open the door to the family and throw $5 gift certificates to Lowe's, Outback Steakhouse, Cracker Barrel, and Roblox and say, "Go get 'em, piggies!" Done and done. Now I can put Christmas behind me and look forward to 2025 and alien attacks. Thanks, Target. 5 stars.
You just gave me an awesome idea for Christmas,
It's the
dude.
best.
Thanks
It's
for that.
a great
Yeah.
idea, dude.
Did you get any
Spread
response?
gift certificates.
Yeah, did you get any responses on that review yet that you left the Target? And was there?
Oh, I'm waiting for corporate to get back to me very soon. I'm hoping to get some gift certificates and a cigar.
And they'd be like, "Here you go, piggy." I didn't even know they have $5 gift certificates. I'll take all of them.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
But I paid $5 and ran.
Well, that's an actual factual 5-star review that you could come across if you look up Target and look at their reviews.
The one on Broadway.
Yes, and if you come across Rico's 5-star review, make sure you give it a 5-star review as well. All right, let's hit the reset on the FM side. While VSPN Radio's Justin Spears in studio with us breaking down the Arizona Bowl. But more importantly, we're going to play a game, and if you could beat Justin Spears at said game, you'll win a pair of tickets for the Arizona Bowl. That's coming up next on Beef Vegan Presents, so keep it right here on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Well, we're back here. Please welcome back Todd Marlie in studio. It's a big deal and a big day. He came bearing gifts. This is Todd's extra special, extra virgin garlic olive oil. Let's see if I can smell the garlic on this. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be good. You make your eggs with that. Put it down for your eggs. If you do charcuterie boards for some of you fancier people, you just put that down and dip your bread in that. You're going to get a good blast.
I
of
love
garlic.
adult
It's great.
Lunchables.
Absolutely. Yes. So thank you for that. Merry Christmas to you, Todd. And now, Todd gets thanked for his Christmas contributions by getting denied at the front door by Drum and having his name misspelled. So
I just add my name to the list of people that have been denied by Drum. It's fine.
she is hardcore, man. And she wouldn't even spell your name with 2 D's. She left the D out. The D for disrespect, She's like,
Had to keep
I'm going
that
to
for
keep
herself.
this
That's
D for
fine.
me. But at first I was like, good luck. But then I was like, well, wait a second. Todd actually, hosted a role-playing game where Drum was involved, right? And she loves Dungeons and Dragons, and Todd's a dungeon master. So if anyone's going to get past the Drum gate, it's going to be Todd. And I was wrong.
Yeah, we were both wrong.
So wrong.
So very wrong.
But
Charisma
we're back.
minus 35.
Yeah.
But okay, so we're going to be talking video games with Todd because Todd came with 2 interesting factoids, right? One's going to be talking about Indiana Jones, which I believe Emil and I were talking about, whether it was on the stream or behind the scenes, because it came out on Xbox Gold, the new Indiana Jones game. And Emil was playing it, and he was saying favorable things about it. I attempted to play it, but then my Xbox crashed, and I haven't gone back to it. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We got Todd Marlie in studio. Good morning, Todd.
Good morning, Be Vegan.
Of course, Todd Marlie is an expert of all things video games. And first and foremost, before you talk about this $800 million Sony bomb that no one really knew of, this is mind-blowing information. I want you to tell me about the Indiana Jones game, because Emil, the boy wonder, he actually enjoys this Indiana Jones game, because of the graphics and all the puzzles, and it kind of immerses you in the world that is Indiana Jones. And I attempted to play this the other day until my Xbox crashed. But, at the beginning, I was like, I got the whip. All right, I got Harrison Ford.
Does
Harrison
it start you out in the
Yes.
the Raiders of the Lost Ark?
If you have nostalgia
Yes.
for Indiana Jones and really want to get that Indiana Jones controlling him being Indy experience, it is absolutely fantastic for that. The game itself is a very cinematic experience, so it's got a good girlfriend factor because it's very cinematic in the same style of Uncharted and Lara Croft, where it is very much more of a movie than it is a game.
And I don't mind that at all. That's the reason why I liked playing Guardians of the Galaxy, because to me it was like a sequel of Guardians of the Galaxy. And, the cutscenes were fun to enjoy. And it's another reason why I like the Rockstar games, because those are movies that you play, right? So you're saying that the reason why I would like it is the reason why you hate it?
Well, the reason why I dislike it personally, I don't think it's a bad game at all. It's not for me because I want to be engaged with my content. I don't want to passively. I'm not watching a movie. I'm there to play a game.
Hit X to use the whip.
Yeah, which is exactly right. It's
RB, dude.
It's a
My bad.
collectathon. You're going around. You're finding things. You're taking moments to punch your share of Nazis because it's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you're punching Nazis. What's not fun about that?
No. I mean, that's all great and fun, but it is simpler mechanics, so
Okay.
people can generally get through it. You can't jack everything up, but there is too much media out there right now for me to spend my personal time on that.
All right, well, luckily this game is free. Do you think it's free for a reason?
It's free. It's not free. It is free on Game Pass.
Okay.
So if you're an owner of Xbox Game Pass, you can get it there for your $12 monthly subscription. But otherwise, it is a full $70 entry fee.
Okay. All right, so would you recommend people buying that as a stocking stuffer or no?
If you enjoyed games like Uncharted, where you were
love
playing an
Uncharted.
adventure and going around and
he loves Uncharted.
Well, it's a weird. We've gone a full circle now because Uncharted was trying to ape Indiana Jones, and now Indiana Jones is trying to ape Uncharted. We've gone full circle.
I like it.
Yeah.
And so, but if you're into that kind of thing and that game really amused you, and there is a mass of people out there that really enjoy these.
Yeah.
You will enjoy this. You will absolutely get into it. If you liked Indiana Jones and you just need that hit of nostalgia, it's going to get you good.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about this $800 million legend of a Sony failure. Because you just dropped this nonchalantly. Is this recent news of this happening?
I mean, it's already past news as far as like the news cycles go. A few months ago, it
Yeah,
happened.
normie.
The game Concord came out, produced by Sony Entertainment, completely funded by them, made by some ex-Bungie devs. And they spent about 7 years and $800 million, give or take, on it. I'm not looking anything up. I haven't in a couple months now.
Yeah.
But that game was out for 14 days. If you have a physical copy of it, it's probably worth like $300 on eBay right now because there's so few of them out there.
Really?
You can't play it. If you have the game, you cannot play it. You can put your disc in. Nothing's going to happen. There's no servers to go to. They've shut the whole thing down,
Weird.
pulled it off the shelf because Sony was more interested in protecting their brand and protecting their name than putting it on something like PlayStation Plus to let it try to get a player base because the game itself, I should say, was trying to ape Overwatch. It's doing what Marvel's Rivals is successfully doing now, where it's trying to take over what Overwatch left behind.
Right.
And unfortunately, they didn't advertise it. It ended up being super slow. The character design was uninspired.
Did you play it?
No.
Okay, but the word is the game is so bad that Sony was like, oh, we're just going to delete this from our
Forget it.
history.
Move on from it kind of thing.
And take a $800 loss?
$800 million loss. Yeah,
$800 million loss?
Even when
Tax
the
write-off.
demo was free and they were trying to do public beta tests, they weren't getting 2,000 max player count over Steam. Like that's not gonna fly, my guy.
Oh, wow. Yeah, damn. So, I mean, yeah, Sony is known for putting out better games, right?
games,
They have a reputation for that. And so,
Movies, not so much. Games, yes.
Yeah, right? So, yeah, I guess maybe their movie department took over their video game department. Is that what happened?
Looking at you, Craven.
Possibly.
Yeah. So, I mean, what is exciting as far as games that came out this month that could potentially be stocking stuffers for, the parent out there that doesn't know this stuff?
If you need a quick stocking stuffer and you got a PC gamer, Path of Exile 2 just came out. If they wanted Diablo to be better when Diablo 4 came out, Path of Exile 2 is the game that they wanted.
Okay.
It's going to be free in about 6 months, but you can get in the front door right now for mere $30, and they give you some in-game currency to go along with that.
Let me ask you this, okay? And I want you to answer this question on the podcast broadcast stream, all right? What do you believe was the video game of the year? Now, this is a year in review. We're at the end of the year. This will be our last week of shows. You've seen all the video games that came out throughout the year. You played most of them. So I want you to reveal to us what you believe the video game of the year is on the podcast broadcast stream, youtube.com/beefvegan. We'll be back after these words with your beef tip on Rock 102.1 KFMA.
I'm going to blow that right now.
I love
but
that
you
game.
know the answer right off.
Oh,
the
yeah,
bat.
I knew the answer off the top of my head.
Okay,
Because
and
the
you-
Video Game Awards really angered me when it happened.
because they didn't say what
They
your
gave it to
favorite was.
Astro Boy for I don't know why. No.
Astro Boy.
Yeah, a Sony, like a childish Sony platformer that to be honest, I haven't heard anything about, but it only exists on Sony, and I don't think it innovated that much.
So it was like a hipster move on their part. They were
A
just
little
like,
bit. I think
"Eh."
it felt a little more like Sony paid a lot in advertising.
Ah.
Is what that one felt
Okay,
like.
so what was your video game of the year?
Balatro.
What?
Balatro.
Balatro?
It is a poker-based roguelike. It is the simplest game. You could get it on your phone right now.
How do you spell that?
Balatro. Balatro. It is a poker-based roguelike.
Poker-based?
Roguelike?
Yes, which means it's never the same game twice.
Oh, like real poker.
Kind of. But in this case, you're trying to beat a score, and hands equate to a certain amount of points, but then you get jokers that are constantly modifying it.
Is this a niche game, or is it kind of like breaking the barrier a little bit with gamers or something?
It is. It's niche, but it is just this indie, how do I put this?
Look at this trailer.
It's an interesting loop for an indie game, and it's very simple, and it's very pick up and playable.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
Poker hands allow you to create powerful card synergies.
Use
Every
poker to
run
make
requires a
poker go
new
up.
strategy. Harness these jokers to their full potential and optimize your deck to defeat tricky enemy boss blinds. Wield the mystic power of tarot cards to enhance your individual playing cards and upgrade the poker hands you play with planet packs and vouchers. You will need all the help you can get to survive each round. Do you like shiny cards? Balatro has multiplier cards, lucky cards, glass cards,
is your
bonus
game
cards,
right now.
steel
My
cards,
game of the
and
year.
stone
This is funny.
cards.
What?
Keep
Yeah,
an eye out for
Helldivers 2 in
cards
the
with a
comments like,
golden...
no, this poker game blew my mind.
Helldivers 2 was fantastic, but
This poker
Helldivers 2
game.
didn't introduce anything new. It took very good existing ideas
Yeah.
and applied them all incredibly well.
So this one was
and made a
innovative
great game,
to
but
you.
that is absolutely a new game loop that somebody made. It is simple, it's fantastic. It ate up a solid 100 hours of my life.
Interesting.
Wow.
And you play it on your phone?
I play it on my computer, but you can play it on your phone.
So it's like solitaire, but on steroids.
Poker.
And acid.
No, poker on
Poker.
steroids. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah,
And
poker.
tarot.
Yeah,
And-
because it's
yeah.
literally using poker hands. So it takes all that knowledge, two pair, full house, any of that knowledge.
And
that you
that's
have.
crazy too, because I have that knowledge. Obviously, you know, you saw me; I'm a far superior poker player. But you know, like I don't know if I'd be able to get into
It eases you into it. It's not. It doesn't drop you into the deep end. It's not so complex that you can't.
That was
figure it
just
out.
a subtle way for me
It's about
to flex
and
on
the
my
best
poker
part,
skills.
There's your stocking stuffer game. It's on every platform. It's going to be about $10.
Oh, $10? Okay, well, yeah, that's affordable. And yeah, anyone, even if someone's not a gamer, could get into that.
Yeah, anybody who you know plays poker is going to probably have a good time with it.
We'll see.
What other games were on the list? At
Yeah,
the game.
yeah.
Like,
what's your top three?
I mean,
what are your other video
Helldivers
game
is on the
games?
list definitely because
Okay.
it did create a fantastic loop, and they're even like at the Video Game Awards, they shadow dropped a whole massive update. So there's a new Illuminats. I don't remember what they call them. I haven't gotten to that yet because I'm still deep into Path of Exile 2.
Okay. So Exile 2 is going to be
Path
on the
of
list.
Exile 2 is absolutely fantastic. It's everything you've wanted out of every Diablo game.
What's your hot take on The New Witcher?
That was a great trailer. I'm interested.
Yeah.
That's my. I don't have a hot take. I have a regular take.
Everybody's like, it should have been expected to be that woman character or whatever, and then people are like,
I mean, yeah.
"Oh."
Right now, it's hot to complain DEI
Yeah,
things
yeah.
in video games, and anybody that does that is a moron.
But it
and
made
you can write
narrative
them
sense.
off as not having a opinion worth listening to.
Mario, are your boys playing video games yet?
Yes.
Okay, so what are they playing on?
He's playing on the Switch and he plays Zelda.
What's a good Switch game besides Zelda?
Besides Zelda,
Yeah.
um,
You're like, only Zelda. You buy the Switch for Zelda.
well, I mean, you still have all the Mario games. I'm trying to think of what
Mario Party. Is there a new
newest
Mario
Paper
Party?
Mario.
come out. Yeah, there's a new Mario RPG that just came out, or the Brotherhood ship. Which, if they've never played a Super Mario RPG, that's not the worst entry point. They're still sub 10, right?
Yeah, he's 5.
Okay.
Does he play
Sub
Smash
10.
Brothers?
Yeah, everything you speak is video game like
love
that.
Sub 10. Yeah, what level is he right now?
Yeah, he's level 5.
I was playing Battletoads at 5, dude.
Then you want simpler things. There's a $2 game called, what was the name of it? It was a fruit solitaire game. You drop fruit. I can't
Fruit
think of-
Ninja.
No.
A different fruit.
Don't be a noob.
Oh my gosh.
Rock 102.1 Kev, man. Welcome back to
Suka.
BFG Presents.
Suka game.
Suka game. All right, Suka game
It's
is
the,
a
or,
good
or
game.
the watermelon game.
Okay.
So Todd's giving Mari tips of what video games to buy her young sons.
For sub 10.
Yeah. Who are sub level 10.
Trying to get
meaning
ages
they're
right.
5
I'm
years
making
old.
sure I'm like, I don't want to and suggest something for the wrong age.
They
group.
are E
Got
for
it.
everyone. All
Yeah,
right.
well,
So,
I suggested it for everyone game. You want the watermelon game, the Suka game. It's a Tetris-like game, except for it uses fruit. So all you're doing is combining fruit down a chute and
Nice.
make things bigger and trying to fill the space with As much fruit as you can.
Yeah.
Love it.
You just got to get it in your fruit chute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
I'm sold.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, unfortunately, we're running out of time. We've had a great broadcast so far. You can join the replay, youtube.com/beefegan. Watch from the beginning. There you'll see a digital scan outline of my genitalia. You're welcome. It's a gift that keeps on giving.
It's a stocking stuffer.
The Christmas season.
Print it out.
Yeah, it is. It's the only thing it's stuffing is stockings.
Yeah.
Why is there so much room in this stocking? Anyways. Let me give you a beef tip. And this is actually a good beef tip for anyone who has kids who are going to school. Have you ever gifted your kid's teacher or had your kid give their teacher a Christmas gift? And now I'm not talking about apples here. All right. So you're saying no?
No, yes, we give them.
Oh, you said yes in
Cash
your
money.
head. Okay, what about you?
I gave a couple of years. I've given a teacher a gift.
Okay. Yeah, nice. Well, here are the top 5 gifts that teachers actually want and one gift that they don't want, okay? So here, number 5, packaged food like cookies or candy. 24% teachers. I think 8,000 teachers were asked this
Hot
question.
chocolate and alcohol.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Well, actually, the one gift that they don't want is booze.
Too bad.
Yeah, because
Too
not
bad.
everyone drinks, and it's also just awkward to get alcohol from a child. So,
Illegal, I think.
Yeah, technically illegal. So, do not gift your teacher alcohol. But coming in number 4, personal items like a scarf or a coffee mug. 28% said yes there. Number 3 at 33%, classroom supplies. They have to pay for that stuff out of their own pocket. So, help them out a little bit. Number 2, cash or gift cards. Cash is king.
Oh, yes.
Say, hey, thanks for teaching little Timmy his ABCs. Here's $20. I appreciate you.
Skip the calculus. He doesn't need it.
Yeah, and let him get a little extra bonus on the next quiz.
Come on.
And coming in number 1, 52% of teachers said they would like this, and I feel like they felt like they were being watched because the number 1 answer is handwritten letters from their students, just telling them how awesome they are.
Oh.
Now, I've gotten a handwritten letter or two telling me how awesome I was. Don't ask me from who, and don't ask me what it entailed. I forget about it, but I do remember when Sherry gave me $20. Cash is king. So there's
My
your beef
handwriting's so bad, people assume it's a kid's. They're like, oh, it's a sweet letter from. Is this from your son? I'm like, I don't have a son. It's mine. My letter. My handwriting's horrible.
They're like, what are you doing in our 3rd grade classroom?
Get out.
Yeah.
Take the booze with you.
But yes, I mean, whatever it is, if your kids have teachers, definitely hook them up for Christmas. Appreciate them because they're doing the good work here. That's all the time we have for today. That was your beef tip. Thank you guys so much for listening to the show. Tomorrow morning, we're going to jam pack with a best of. Be back live Thursday. But till then, Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a
There we go. Another show for the win.
will come an end to all
Appreciate
your
all you
grief.
guys.
But if you've been
Don't forget,
mean or
digital
come to
penises
bad,
look
I
3%
will knock
smaller
out
than
all
actual
your
penises.
teeth.
It's science.